Wow. What a weekend. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, whatever time it is for you right now. Just know that you are locked in until the point with the king. You guys know what to do. Find us Apple, Amazon, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X. We all got a bunch of those. YouTube, which is hopefully where you're watching, and click subscribe down there. And thank you guys for joining me for the live streams for your Toronto Raptors while they're watching the game. And thank you guys for enjoying our fantastic guests that do come on this show, especially my man. I call him Aquaman. You know why? Because he's the biggest fish in the pond. His name is Papa Minnow. No, I ain't bullshitting. That's a real name. I ain't bullshitting. I ain't lying. Papa, what's going on, brother?
Man, it's been a minute since I've been on the show. So first off, thanks for having me, man. It's good to be back on here. Yeah, life's just been good, man. I can't really complain. So just been enjoying. Obviously, the weather's been a little bit crazy out here in Toronto. Minus 20, minus 30. Then we had some hail today, some snow. So who knows what we're gonna get next? But it looks like we're making a turn on the corner though, so it should be getting a little bit better.
Mother Nature got menopause.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, life's been good. Glad to be back, man. Glad to be back on the scene and in front of a camera. And yeah, let's talk some hoops and All-Star Weekend.
Hey, but most importantly, Papa Minnow, right? He's gonna be redoing his stuff. So you guys make sure to check that out. When we get the link, we're gonna send it out for you guys. You guys make sure. I've been on the show, and I said a lot of foul ass shit, right?
Made for a great episode, though.
It was fun. It was a great time, right? But you guys make sure you go check him out and support him, right? In all his endeavors. Go find him, Pops Culture on Instagram, Papa Minnow on Instagram. You guys make sure you go check him out. So, Papa, I said it's a week end. This NBA All-Star Weekend. Okay. Where do we begin? Brother, the first night, it was the celebrity game and the shooting stars game. Did you get to see any of that? And did you care?
Two-parter. First off, no, I did not care. Did not want to watch that at all. Just had zero interest in what the NBA was doing with it. I never particularly been big on the celebrity game, but I know in the past they've had some pretty big guests. Like I think they used to have Kevin Hart, of course. I'm not sure. I feel like Chris Brown was in it one year, but I don't really remember. But I'm pretty sure he was. And yeah, that was a pretty entertaining one because he can actually hoop. But yeah, I'm not too big on the celebrity stuff, especially now with the young rising stars. I'm not really into that either. So I didn't catch any of it. But did you?
Yeah, I did. I live streamed. We live streamed here.
Okay.
Point. And I did not do the celebrity game because I did not recognize one celebrity.
That's the other thing too, is nowadays the celebs come from anywhere. Like there's people on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok who are famous, have millions of followers, but I've never heard of them in my life.
Put me in the game, coach. Like, are you kidding me? The only person that I recognized in that celebrity game was Shams.
And okay, yeah. I think I saw some of his clips actually.
Yeah, and he got 0 points, 0 for 4. He did. Okay, I could say it. We're this far in YouTube. I could say he did fuck all. Okay. The Rising Stars Challenge, that was actually interesting to watch.
Okay.
Right. So to update you, like Elijah Martin, yeah, he's on a 2-way with the Raps. He's because Raptors, we're Raptors. Are we not doing Raptors pod? He was he actually did have a good outing. The problem was CMB wasn't in there. Colin Murray Boyles, right? He did not play one fucking minute, right?
But he was on the team?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
He didn't get to play. He didn't get a minute, right? But then now let's go to the next night. Okay? The next night, which was Saturday, Valentine's Day. This is the only time in my 40-something years that I will say I wish I had a girlfriend so I didn't have to watch this shit. Right? What did you think about that, brother? With the skills challenge, the 3-point, and the slam dunk competition.
So skills challenge. So the thing is, I think as well too, this year for whatever reason, the NBA started it way earlier than normal.
Oh yeah.
The 3-point contest started at 5 p.m., which isn't really like typical of them. They usually start that around 7, and then the dunk contest starts around 9, and it goes to 11. So this year they pushed everything way earlier. So the skills competition, I did not catch it. Not that I really have any interest in.
Because it was in LA and everybody had to go get zesty after. No, go on, please.
Not that I really had any interest in watching it anyways, because the skill contest has been stupid boring for the past few years anyways. Once, I think it was that year that Wemby found that cheat or whatever, where you could just throw the balls on the ground and then you can get past that first obstacle without even having to throw it into the hoop. I think once they saw that, they were just kind of just like not happy about that whatsoever. So yeah, it was like a bad product, so I'm not really interested in it. The 3-point competition though, I think that was definitely the best showing of either any of this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
That was. Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, it was the best showing of any of the skills. I honestly think that the NBA needs to look into how they're doing the NBA All-Star Weekend, and they need to move the 3-point competition to be the last event because it's definitely the most entertaining. You have the stars in there, you have the drama in there, you have the excitement. The league itself has moved towards 3-point shooting itself anyway, so people are really entertained by that. So I would say that competition needs to be the last one because it's definitely the most exciting, it's definitely the most entertaining, and it'll keep people hooked to probably engage and probably watch into that. This year we had Colin Knippel, we had Norman Powell, Tyrese Maxey, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell,
Dame
Dalla, and who was Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis was also in there as well too. Jamal Murray, Canadian shout out as well. So, you know us. Like I was rooting for Jamal. Always got to give him a vote because he's a Canadian. Unfortunately, he didn't end up making it, but still gave him a shout out. For my pick though, if I had to choose someone prior to it, I would have said Colin Knippel would have been the guy to win. He's just been lights out from 3 this year, so I really wanted to see him do well, especially since I think he's a rookie, if I'm not mistaken, or second year. But
and it was mad disappointing. I wanted him to win it.
Yeah, I was rooting for him heavy as well too.
How you got Brookfoot winning the thing, bro?
That would have been my pick, but
in Japan, and that's how we talk in Toronto, right? How you got Brookfoot winning the thing, bro?
But you gotta give him his props though. Like coming out on one leg and winning the competition, man, that's crazy. And putting up the numbers that he did as well too. Like it wasn't even that he won with like a 21 or a 22. Like his first 2 rounds were I think a 27 and then a 29. So that's super impressive for him to do, especially coming off of an Achilles injury. But game time, baby, you can't deny him. So it was a really good showing.
And he was hitting.
What were some of your thoughts on it though?
Well, okay.
Yeah, he hit a few of those. Yeah.
I think Dame really nailed it. But before I have a brain aneurysm, which I'm about to have, the slam dunk competition, brother. What do you think about that?
I mean, if there's a womp womp sound, you should be playing that right now. But
yo, Art, put that up.
It's completely fallen off. I mean, and I kind of get this because I think the NBA does go through phases of the dunk competition not being good. Back in the day, I think Adam Silver, David Stern had taken out like 2 years where they didn't have the dunk competition. I think it was 98, 99, and then 97, 98. Yeah. So those 2 years that they didn't end up doing it because he said that it was just atrocious at that point. So unless something was spectacular that made it come back, they weren't going to do it. Then the following year, you got one of the greatest showings ever with Vince Carter and all the other guys who joined him in that one. So yeah, it goes through its lulls. It has its moments. That might be something that the NBA should look into as well too, is maybe taking a break from this event. Guys clearly aren't inspired. They don't want to do it. They're not getting stars to do it either. And even the young kids who end up doing it, they're not interested in doing it. Like Jace Richardson got nominated or got voted in, and I think his tweet in his response to him becoming a contestant was just like, okay, whatever, like, yeah, I'll do it for sure, but like he wasn't interested, like there was no spunk in it. And the other thing too that I heard is that Mac McClung, from the winner of the past 3 years, apparently the players were saying that if he'd competed in this year's competition, that they didn't want to have any part of being in it. So that's a huge issue when you have the guy who can bring you some kind of views and star power, and even the players who are going up against him don't want to compete. Like, there's definitely an issue with it. So, like I said, the NBA needs to move the 3-point to the end, and then they also probably need to look at maybe getting rid of the dunk competition for a few years until someone brings it back to revitalize, because it was a stinker. Like, I don't know who any of these guys are. I mean, Jackson Hayes, because he's on the Lakers and that's Showtime. But like Carter Bryant, no one knows. Kashad Johnson, no one knows. Jace Richardson, like they only know him because of Jason Richardson. Yeah, because of his dad. And even that, the one thing that I thought he should have done was he could have just done all the dunks that his dad did, and he would have had a way better showing than what he did in this. That would have definitely got him like a win, probably. Instead, he was a laughing stock because he ended up failing one of his dunks and falling on his head, almost busting his melon open for millions to see. So,
may I say something about the slam dunk competition? If you can give me a minute to breathe, brother, because I have
the floor is yours
to say. This was the worst slam dunk competition I have ever seen in my life. In the 40 years I've been watching this was disgusting, atrocious. In the words of Stephen A. Smith, egregious. Right? It was horrible. Okay, that kid from LA doing the LeBron dunk, throwing his hat into the ring, whatever, right? And this guy does his dunk and gets a 40. Are you serious? These guys were getting over 40 on everything. There was no more 25s. It was all like a big circle jerk. It made no freaking sense. There was nobody I recognized. I wanted Mac McClung in this. And to your point, what these guys say, if Mac McClung was to be in there, right, that they don't want to do it, what are you, a bunch of scared bitches? Like, come on, let's pull it together. We all want to see this. We all want to see Blake Griffin dunk over a car, right? We all want to see like Aaron Gordon go underneath his legs, right, in Toronto over a freaking spinning mascot. That's what we want to see. We want to see Nate Robinson dunk over Dwight Howard, right? We want to see Mike from the free throw line. We want to see D Brown like this. We want to see these things. We want to see the cartwheel, the alley-oop and the cartwheel. Can't remember who did that. I think it was Nate. The alley-oop with the cartwheel, and where he did the cartwheel and then jammed it. That's what we want to see as fans, right? That's why I said earlier, for the first time, I wish I had a girlfriend during Valentine's Day weekend, right? It was horrible. It was disgusting, right? I did not want to see any of that. All these dunks, especially dude falling on his head, right? We did not want to see that. The slam dunk competition was absolute bullshit this year, right?
Yeah.
And what I think, I even said it, if you guys were watching, I said it on the live stream, I'd rather watch the N1 mixtape guys, right? At that point, I want to see AO, half man, half amazing. I want to see those guys, right? Doing their crazy ass weird dunks, right? I want to see that kind of shit, right? Instead of the typical generic thing. I think it's been boiled down. And here's where I'm going to go with this one, Papa. A lot of people are not going to like me for this. But I think it's because of the LeBron era. And let me finish before I get chastised, right? The All-Star Game itself. What did you think about that? The format I thought was great, but what did you think of the All-Star Game itself, those 4 games?
Yeah, I mean, before I even get to that, though, just real quick, I want to rewind just a couple steps back. I will say, in terms of the dunk competition, like, yes, it was terrible. It was definitely one of the worst ones. There were a few dunks in there that were pretty nice. Like Keldon Johnson had a really good one. But yeah, it like you said, it was complete utter trash.
It
And
got
the
too
other
zesty. The too much TikTok dancing.
yeah, that
What
was
are
the
you
other
dancing
crazy
more than
part.
dunking?
Like,
Anyway,
it was
sorry.
it was
sorry.
He can hit the Dougie though. I'll give him that. He can hit the Dougie though.
Nah, still. Too much dancing.
Oh, man.
Go on. Finish your
But
point.
yeah, and then the last thing I want to say about the dunk contest is that I know, like we've all seen so many dunks at this point. It's kind of hard for some of these guys to come up with something to reinvent them, especially with how well the dunks have been going for the past few years, but like all the dunks that we've seen throughout our lifetime. It's kind of hard when those guys have raised the bar in the past, and now these guys kind of have to try and emulate or surpass that. But there's like if you go on YouTube, there is still a lot of dunks that have not been showcased in the dunk contest that guys could definitely perform. So it's not a lack of there being not enough dunks that can be done. It's just a lack of guys going into their bags and being able to practice and do that. So that's something else that guys have to bring up, because Mac McClung, he didn't participate this year, but check out his YouTube because he still posted the 4 dunks that he would have done in this competition, and those 4 dunks were still impressive and stuff that we hadn't seen yet. So there's a lot of dunks out there that guys can do.
Preach, brother. Keep going before we get to y'all's here. Keep going. You're killing it right now. Amen.
But yeah, definitely. Like I said,
it's totally right.
Definitely check out Mac McClung's. He posted the 4 that he would have done this year. They were insane. There's one. His second dunk is probably one of the. Or maybe it was his third dunk. Something to do with his toes. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
There's something to do with his toes, and that's probably one of the greatest dunks that I've seen. So, there's still so much out there. The guys just have to, get in their bag. They live on the internet, so I'm surprised they're not going online and like figuring out some dunks that guys haven't done and then throwing them in. But it is what it is at this point. Definitely needs a break or something.
Because it's like you said, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. But to the actual game, the four team tournament, well, the 3-team tournament.
Sunday night, main event.
Yep. What did you think of that, my brother?
So this year, I actually loved the event this year. I actually thought last year's event wasn't bad either. The only problem was the advertising kind of ruined it. And then the format was pretty weak. But I didn't mind them doing something where there was like 3 teams competing and then you go on to a final round. Like I didn't mind that. It was just that the ads were absolutely ridiculous. And then the format was like a little bit off. But this year, I definitely enjoyed it a lot more. I think the fact that it was USA versus World, not only did that make it better, but because the Olympics are also on, there was that extra oomph and factor of like countries competing against other countries. So that was pretty nice. The world team, they have so much talent these days. You've got Luka, you've got Jokic, you've got Siakam, you've got Giannis, of course, Shai Gilgeous, Jamal Murray, tons of guys. Like there's so much talent across the world now. So this format was definitely one of the better ones, and it definitely made it a lot more interesting. Wemby, I think you just mentioned him. I don't know if I said him. Yeah, because I was like, how could I forget Wemby of all people? Yeah. But yeah, he was the one who really set the tone. Like Anthony Edwards said, he brought the tone. These guys played very intensely, and I don't think I've ever seen an All-Star game where guys played intense throughout the entire thing. Usually, it's like, the fourth quarter is when they typically start to like second half, fourth quarter, they start to turn it up. But it seems like from the jump, these guys were ready to play like actual competitive basketball. So that was really nice to see. But yeah, the first 3 rounds were really good. Everything leading up to the finals were really good. It just kind of sucks that the finals was a bit of a dud because the older guys kind of lost their legs after that break and they couldn't get them back under them. So it was a bit of a wash in that sense. But other than that, like everything else was prime. I think it was a really good All-Star game. I hope they keep this format of World versus USA going forward. Because like I said, it's super interesting with all the talent across the world. And we didn't get to see a lot of the guys participate. Like Shai was injured, so he didn't get to play. Giannis was injured. He didn't get to play. Luka and Jokic, I don't think they saw any time on the floor at all.
The last game.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what it was. Okay. So yeah, I didn't really see much of them either. Um, so yeah, next year it would be a cool thing to do again next year. See what kind of talent we get going forward. But yeah, I liked it. I think the only thing I think they need to adjust is like the commercial breaks again. It's a little bit odd on how they do them, but outside of that, I thought it was a really good showing. Well, what were some of your thoughts on it though?
I thought the format was great. I like it. I like it. The world, I've been saying this for the last couple of years, the world versus the USA, because the world players, shout out to Sean McCaw out in Germany, right? Dankeschön, my friend. Um, the world has a lot to offer, right? We've seen it uh, with the last few MVPs, the last few championships, right? We've seen that what the world has to offer. We've also seen a regression. Hear me out. A regression in the USA style of play, right? Where it's all become hit a three or do a dunk and get on Instagram, right? Or you buy Megan Thee Stallion a blue Bentley. We're not gonna get into that.
Is
Right?
that a shot at Klay Thompson?
Yeah. Uh, where you're doing that kind of stuff, right? But the USA game has regressed, right? There are a lot of stars and a lot of budding stars on the USA team, such as, especially number 4, got to give it up to Scottie, hitting the game winner,
Game winner.
final
Yeah.
dunk, right at the end, even though they're already way ahead, right? You got to give it to Scottie because if you guys watch the stream, you know what I always say. Scottie says, "Fuck it, get the bucket," right? Scottie could have taken control of that game. That's what I think from a Raptors point of view. Instead, he was being way too generous to the other players, but he was giving it to like Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards. There were some of the young guys on that squad that showed up pretty good on USA stars, right? Stripes. Hey, how many points did LeBron get? Yeah, that's right. Peace. Get out of the league. But the team world, like you touched on, Team World could have done so much more, right? If they had the Giannis, the Shy, Joker, Luca playing, right? That would have been amazingly crazy, right? On paper, right? But the one beef I have with this whole All-Star game, I have a problem. May I go off on another rant?
Floor is yours, sir.
For your Raptors organization, for your Toronto Raptors, what do we have in the Rising Stars Challenge? Oh, CMB, Elijah Martin. What do we have the next night in the Skills Challenge? We had scottiebarnes, right? What do we have during the All-Star game? Oh, let's go. Scottiebarnes, Brandon Ingram, and the coach.
Darko coaching, yeah.
Yeah. And not to mention former Raptors, such as Kawhi Leonard.
Who snapped that night. He was on one that night. That was crazy. I kind of wish he kept that up in the last game because that was an insane showing. I'd never seen someone go off for 31 points like that. He just couldn't be stopped.
And the ding, 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 ding. He did it again. And then you got Pascal Siakam. You got Norman Powell. Right? You have former Raptors that are all part of this. And let me ask you, where the fuck was Aubrey? If he's the Raptors global ambassador, that ass adore. Where the fuck was he? Right? That kind of pissed me off. Like, we're showing more support here in Toronto as opposed to his ass when he could be in LA, but something might happen to him.
He's working on his album though, man. Can't
Yo,
take time away from Iceman.
Yo, can I say something about Iceman? Let me. Okay, I'm a comic book.
Keep it tame.
I'll try to keep it tame. Iceman. Okay. Bobby Drake is Iceman. Bobby Drake's mother is Jewish. Bobby Drake is gay. All this is in the comics. So Drake.
Is it?
Yep. So it's like Drake. Who's a Soldier Boy? Drake. Right? Come on, buddy. You're making it a little too obvious. And by the way, I'm not buying McDonald's for the next month or two.
Oh man, look at this guy.
Dead ass. OVO. I don't want none of that other vaginal option on my burger. Anyway, Papa, you see the time is ticking, so thank you. But do you have anything left that you want to say to anybody out there? You could talk about anything. You could talk about a burger from McDonald's.
Shout out to McDonald's. Shout out to OVO. No, man. That's like I said. I think I'm just gonna wrap it up by saying NBA All-Star need to make some changes in terms of that dunk competition, some of the formats. Yeah, I know. Like, I will say the All-Star game, it gives me some hope because this year they played pretty well, so hopefully that keeps up going forward. But outside of that, yeah, they're definitely gonna make some changes. I know they're trying to appeal to the younger crowd as well too by getting streamers and stuff because they're not tuning in. Like, they're not going to be watching on their cable boxes or anything like that unless there's streamers coming on. So I get that they're trying to appeal to that demographic, but you definitely got to get a better product there in terms of the players and the star power for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But shout out to Raptors. They also, like you said, a lot of representation. Defensive Player of the Year, Scottiebarnes, hitting that game winner. That was massive. BI, I mean, he didn't get much time to play as well either, but he was there and he made it. So he's been cooking recently as well too. Yeah, hopefully after this break, these guys take some of that energy back. You know, seeing the stars around the league and hanging out with them, that's definitely going to be a huge confidence boost for them. I know Scottie's talked about that in the past as well too. So yeah, hopefully they bring it back to the team. And same with Darko. Like, this was his first time going there, so that should be huge for him as well too. And yeah, let's make a second half push with this team and see what we can do in the playoffs because it's gonna be an exciting rest of the few months for the NBA. So go Raptors!
Hey, there we go. They're gonna make the playoffs. Everybody kiss my ass. I already said it at the beginning of the season. I was like,
hey, I was on that same boat too, brother. I'm about to make $100 from it because I got a bet with one of my buddies that they were gonna make the playoffs. So,
oh, I said 40 wins minimum.
Okay.
Right, and they're already at 30. What? Yeah. Season ain't done yet, bruv. But thank you for coming on, Papa.
Thanks for having me, man. It's good to be back.
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure. You're To The Point family. You know what it is, right? So you guys out there, all I gotta say is, fucking All-Star Weekend sucked. I wish I had a girlfriend. If any of you are single, I'm available. Maybe next year. I'm playing. Unless, but so on behalf of myself, the big Papa Minnow, the big fish in the pond, aka Aquaman, ladies, yeah, he'll get you wet.
Hey,
right, my man Arturus, the greatest producer of all time. Skip, where the fuck were you? I called you. You were supposed to come on the show too. Okay.
Shout out Skip.
Yeah, fuck Skip. On behalf of and everybody that watches, I consider you guys To The Point family. So on behalf of myself and everybody, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, and peace.